Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully, my beloved child. What you're about to hear is not coincidence." The moment your eyes found this message, a divine force guided you here to witness the truth that has been hidden in silence for far too long. There is something that was said about you behind closed doors, whispered in corners where light dared not enter. The truth they tried to bury is now surfacing, unstoppable, undeniable. The heavens have seen it, and divine justice has already begun to move. They thought their actions would stay secret, that your name would never reach the lips of those who now know. But Archangel Michael has pulled back the veil, revealing everything they swore would remain hidden forever. This is your moment of revelation, and nothing will ever be the same again. The energy around you is shifting. You might have felt it, those sudden chills, the strange silence before the day begins, the unusual stillness in your chest as if something big is unfolding. That's not anxiety, my child, that's your spirit sensing the unveiling of truth that heaven has been preparing you for. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Someone close to you, once pretending to care, has been holding a secret that concerns you deeply. They thought they could manipulate destiny, but divine justice has its own rhythm. Their mask is cracking, and soon, the entire truth will echo through every circle they've used to conceal their lies. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear what is being revealed. The light of truth may sting at first, but it's the healing fire that cleanses your path. What was spoken in deceit will now become your crown of vindication. You were mocked in silence, misjudged by those who envied your purity. But now, the same mouths that conspired against you are speaking your name in awe. They are realizing that heaven has favored you all along. The exposure happening now is not to destroy you, it is to restore you. Every false story, every rumor, every betrayal is being overturned by divine intervention. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The secret that has been uncovered carries your name, but not your guilt. It reveals who truly stood against you while smiling to your face. It shows the unseen hands that tried to block your blessing, twist your destiny, and use your trust as a weapon. Yet, even as they plotted, the angels stood guard. Each word of slander is now being rewritten into a testimony of your strength. Heaven doesn't need revenge, it needs justice, and that justice has begun. The person who betrayed you is now facing the reflection of their own actions. Their words are returning to them like echoes in a hollow room, growing louder, clearer, undeniable. And the more they try to hide, the more truth follows them like light through the cracks. Do not speak. Watch. Let heaven do what heaven does best, expose and elevate. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There was a time when you questioned why everything suddenly turned cold. Why certain people went silent without reason. Why opportunities disappeared right when you were about to rise. Now you'll understand, it was their interference. But what they didn't realize is that their betrayal became your preparation. Their lies became your ladder. And now, the same stage they used to mock you will become the ground where your truth shines. Archangel Michael says, your name is being cleared in ways you cannot see. People who once doubted you are now speaking in your defense without even realizing why. Spirit is moving through conversations, dreams, and confessions to bring everything into the open. The time of silent suffering has ended. The light that once felt far away is now flooding your life. Every shadow that hid deceit is being erased by divine justice. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You are not alone in this awakening. There are whispers in heaven calling your name, angels tracing the map of your destiny, ensuring that every loss transforms into a powerful gain. This exposure is not to embarrass, it's to free. You've been carrying emotional weight that was never yours. The universe has decided it's time for release. Someone tried to speak for you, to twist your truth into their story. But now, their words are burning them from within, because guilt cannot coexist with light. Every truth they silenced is returning like thunder in the night. You will hear things, names, events, confessions, that will make sense of everything. Don't panic. This is heaven revealing what was always known above. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The divine table is turning, and those who gossiped about you will now witness your rise. They won't understand how you survived, how you glowed after being dragged through the dirt. But that's the mark of a chosen one. No fire can consume you when heaven is your covering. You might start seeing signs, flashes of blue light, sudden chills, or hearing your name in unexpected places. These are confirmations that Archangel Michael and his legion are surrounding you, cutting through the lies, sealing your destiny with protection. The world is about to see your truth, not through confrontation, but through revelation. Every plan meant to humiliate you will now serve as the evidence of your divine favor. You will rise, and they will watch. You will be honored, and they will remember what they did. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They are realizing the truth in their own lives now. Some are sleepless, haunted by the memories of what they did to you. The truth has become their mirror, and they can no longer escape the reflection of their deceit. Forgive them, not because they deserve peace, but because you deserve freedom. Forgiveness doesn't erase justice, it accelerates it. And right now, heaven's timing is exact. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you never entered. People are speaking of your strength, your patience, your faith. What was once shame is now being rewritten into admiration. You've crossed a spiritual threshold. The energy that once resisted you is now aligning in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your truth is unstoppable. You were born with a purpose too sacred to be destroyed by human envy. What was hidden beneath layers of gossip and manipulation is now glowing in the open like gold in sunlight. Archangel Michael says, stay calm and stay centered. You are stepping into the chapter that exposes darkness by simply existing in light. Do not retaliate, your peace is your proof. The same voices that doubted your destiny will now carry your testimony. The same eyes that look down on you will now witness your breakthrough. The divine truth about you has been released into the world, and no one can undo what heaven has revealed. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. You will feel lighter in the coming days, as if a weight has been lifted from your chest. That's not coincidence, it's liberation. The spiritual cords attached to deceit are snapping one by one. Opportunities will appear suddenly, calls, messages, meetings, that seem too perfect to be random. These are your rewards arriving after years of unseen faith. Do not hide anymore. The truth has cleared the way for you to be seen, respected, and remembered. This exposure is your awakening. And as the world finally knows, heaven celebrates your endurance. You are stepping into a moment of divine confirmation where everything you doubted will be proven true. The silence around you will break into applause. The emptiness that felt endless will transform into a field of unexpected blessings. The people who once ignored you will now remember you. The doors they tried to shut will now swing open without effort. Heaven is using this exposure to position you at the center of your own story again, no longer a side character in someone else's plan. You might notice the air feels different, lighter, clearer, almost electric. That's the spiritual current moving on your behalf, rearranging situations so that truth cannot be denied. Each sunrise from now on carries a promise of new alignment. Your resilience has been recorded in heaven's books. Every tear you shed has been counted, every silent prayer heard. This is why the revelation is happening now, because you've reached the point of divine timing where nothing can be hidden any longer. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The people who wronged you are about to experience a shift. They won't be punished by you, but by the weight of their own decisions. The very schemes they planted are becoming the soil where your victory grows. You'll see proof soon. A message, a slip of the tongue, a strange, accidental confession, all of it aligning to show you what heaven already knew. You won't need to argue your case, the evidence will speak for you. Archangel Michael says, don't rush to expose them yourself. The timing of heaven is perfect, and each event is being arranged like steps on a ladder leading you upward. Your patience will be your power. This season is about elevation. You are stepping from obscurity into recognition, from misjudgment into vindication, from silence into celebration. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. You may feel waves of emotion as this happens, old wounds surfacing, memories replaying. That's not a setback, it's release. The energy tied to past betrayals is leaving you, making room for the new life being prepared for you. People who never defended you before will start speaking on your behalf. Their words will carry weight, because heaven will place conviction on their hearts. Watch how quickly opinions change once truth becomes undeniable. The very ones who tried to make you invisible will soon be unable to ignore your light. This isn't revenge, it's redemption. You are being repositioned without lifting a finger. And when you walk into the rooms where your name has been discussed, you will carry an aura of unshakable peace that silences every whisper. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. This is the unveiling of a new chapter. The old accusations are dissolving like smoke, and the narrative around your name is being rewritten before your eyes. You're not just surviving this exposure, you're ascending through it. Expect signs, a feather in an unusual place, a song lyric at the right moment, a stranger's kind word. These are confirmations from the divine, little markers on the path to show you you're not imagining the shift. Archangel Michael says, hold your head high. Your dignity in this moment is a weapon sharper than any accusation. Your silence is thunder, your grace is fire. From here on, your story becomes an unfolding miracle, each day revealing more of what was once hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Soon, you will be celebrated for the very qualities they tried to use against you. Your name will travel farther than you ever thought possible, not because of scandal, but because of survival. This exposure is clearing the stage for your breakthrough. Everything they did to stop you has become the reason you will rise higher. The heaviness in your chest is lifting. The quiet you feel is not emptiness, it's space being made for new beginnings. And as this chapter unfolds, your peace, your strength, and your faith will become the evidence of divine favor no one can deny. Your life is about to glow in ways that will leave people speechless. Those who once whispered your name in mockery will now speak it with respect. Every lie is collapsing under the weight of the truth that has finally surfaced. The energy that once worked against you has flipped. Suddenly, opportunities are arriving back to back, and doors that were locked tight are opening on their own. The divine realm is rearranging everything to make sure you get what was stolen from you. You are not being repaid with pity, you are being rewarded with power. Every humiliation has turned into divine ammunition for your elevation. You will not just be seen again, you will be remembered. The air feels charged with something holy. The vibration around you has changed, because your season of silence has expired. Now begins your season of recognition, restoration, and revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. They said your name like it meant nothing, but heaven heard it every time. Every false word carried energy, and now that energy has returned to its sender. You are free from the weight of other people's opinions. Your truth has become light, and no darkness can stand before it. Watch closely, messages, unexpected calls, sudden conversations will all line up like puzzle pieces. Heaven is delivering clarity in ways you cannot miss. Archangel Michael says, "Do not explain yourself anymore. Those meant to understand will see everything clearly without your words. Your peace will speak louder than your defense ever could. The more you stand still, the faster your victory unfolds." The exposure has already happened in the spirit realm, the physical world is only now catching up. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The people who once turned away are now watching you rise. Some will reach out pretending concern, others out of guilt, but you will feel the difference in your spirit. Discernment is your protection now. Do not seek revenge, the divine has already written the final act. What they built on falsehood is crumbling, and what you built in faith is flourishing. The story has turned, and you are no longer the target, you are the testimony. This exposure is also awakening new alliances. People of truth are being drawn toward you, recognizing your authenticity, your strength, your light. Your soul frequency has changed, attracting blessings instead of burdens. Even those who doubted your calling will be forced to admit that something divine surrounds you. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. You may suddenly dream of faces you haven't seen in years. That's not nostalgia, it's heaven closing old chapters. Emotional cords are breaking. People who no longer belong in your destiny are being gently released. The exposure was never meant to shame, it was meant to cleanse. You are being purified for a higher purpose, one that will require honesty, peace, and grace. Archangel Michael says, "Hold your faith steady. The storm you walked through has washed away everything fake. What remains is unshakable truth, anchored in divine love. The revelation that began in secret will soon become your public redemption." Type Amen to get blessing 1919. There's a glow returning to your face. A calm in your voice. The kind of confidence that can only come after surviving what tried to break you. That's the signature of someone chosen by heaven. The energy of exposure is now turning into the energy of expansion. You will begin to see connections form that seem impossible, people offering help you didn't even ask for, opportunities chasing you instead of you chasing them. This is divine rearrangement. What once resisted you now serves you. You have become magnetic to truth, abundance, and alignment. The very vibration of your presence is shifting rooms before you even enter them. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. And still, Archangel Michael stands beside you, his sword raised not in violence, but in light. He has carved a path through chaos so your name could stand untouched. You will not have to fight for this new peace, it is your inheritance. The more you trust, the faster the blessings unfold. Forgive again, even if it feels hard. Every time you forgive, the universe speeds up your elevation. The truth has already done its work, now it's time for restoration. The same truth that once hurt will now heal. The same exposure that once felt like betrayal will become your breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You might feel moments of silence after the storm, don't mistake it for emptiness. That stillness is heaven preparing the stage for what's next. The noise had to die down so your glow could be seen clearly. You are walking into rooms that once rejected you. You are shaking hands with people who once ignored you. This is divine irony turned into divine justice. Every delay that frustrated you was actually divine timing hiding your preparation. Now that truth has cleared your name, the spotlight belongs to you. The world will soon realize, they tried to bury a seed, not knowing it would bloom into light. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. You are the revelation. You are the proof that no secret can outlive divine truth. Your story will inspire thousands, maybe millions, who feel unseen, unheard, or betrayed. Heaven didn't just expose the lie, it exalted the truth. And the truth is you were always meant to rise. Archangel Michael says, "It is done." The storm has served its purpose. The pain was not punishment, it was preparation. You've graduated from suffering to sovereignty. You are walking in divine authority now. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Let this message anchor into your spirit. The days ahead will bring divine surprises, one after another. You will witness old blockages melt like ice under sunlight. The people who once spoke your name with bitterness will now speak it with awe. Not because they changed, but because heaven changed the narrative. You were chosen not to prove them wrong, but to prove divine timing right. Everything they meant for harm became a seed for your destiny. The air around you is beginning to shimmer with unseen movement. This is not your imagination, it is the ripple of spiritual rearrangement. Every closed door you faced is unlocking without a single knock. What they buried in secret has now become a beacon. The very thing they whispered about you is now drawing people to you instead of away. This is the paradox of divine justice. What was meant to diminish you will multiply you. The eyes that once rolled in disbelief are now wide with awe. This is the kind of breakthrough that cannot be undone, because it was written before you were born. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. The road ahead is no longer a maze. It is a straight path lined with confirmations. Your name is traveling farther than your feet can go. Opportunities you did not apply for will find you. What you thought was a loss has turned into leverage. What they thought would break you has built you. Archangel Michael says, lift your head. This is your moment. The crown you carry now is invisible to many, but soon it will be undeniable. This exposure has not only freed you, it has crowned you with unshakable dignity. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. The heavens are not done yet. More blessings are already in motion, coming faster than you can count. The energy of your life is expanding outward like ripples in water, touching people you've never met. Those who spoke ill of you will see your glow and remember their words. Some will apologize, others will simply watch in silence. Either way, justice is complete. The weight of old accusations is gone. You will walk lighter, speak clearer, and live freer. And as you rise, you will inspire others who are still in the shadows of false narratives. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. You are now in the chapter called Revelation. Everything hidden is revealed, everything delayed is delivered, everything stolen is restored. This is not wishful thinking, it is divine order. People will see your transformation and not understand how it happened so fast. But you will know. You will feel the quiet confirmation in your spirit that says, this is the moment I was prepared for. Archangel Michael says, stand tall, beloved. Your story is no longer theirs to twist. It belongs to you and to heaven. This exposure is the final proof that you are exactly who heaven said you were all along. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. From this day forward, your life will no longer be defined by secrecy, betrayal, or misunderstanding. It will be defined by clarity, honor, and destiny. You are stepping into a space where nothing can hide from the light you carry. People will look at you and feel the truth without a single word spoken. This is your unveiling. This is your rise. This is the beginning of a chapter so luminous that even your past pain will bow to it. And heaven is smiling, because you have endured and you have arrived.